are now being joined by Dr. Avner Cohen, the Professor of Non-Proliferation and Terrorism Studies at the Middlebury Institute. Dr. Cohen, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
My first question, a senior White House official has been quoted as saying that the major obstacles have been resolved in terms of Hamas insisting on a full withdrawal of Israeli forces and possibly an end to the war. And now, US President Joe Biden is saying a ceasefire is possible by Monday. What's your assessment?
Well, obviously, I follow what is being said. I do know that the devil is in the details, and those details are complex, lengthy, comprehensive, and they are not that easy to iron, even if there is agreement in principle about the detail, about the idea. So to iron down the details it may take time. And part of the magic of the U.S. pressure to make the deal possible is to try to be ambiguous about certain issues. For example, the cessation of the warfare. Israel is committed to continue. The Palestinians would like to stop it completely. You need to find a language that will be ambiguous enough that will allow both sides. The United States would like to continue with the ceasefire, expected to last at least 45 days, to be indefinite. So there is a lot of issues, some principles and some details that needs to be ironed. It may take a little time.
Right. When we talk about rebuilding bakeries and hospitals in Gaza, you know, for months now we've been saying what's left of Gaza. When we talk about restoration of Gaza, do you think that's possible at this point, and what kind of efforts will be needed to actually get Gaza up and running, if at all?
Well, Gaza is damaged to the extent that it was seen at the end of World War II in Germany. I think that in some areas, some large areas of Gaza, more than 50% of the structures are either destroyed or greatly damaged. That cannot be restored within weeks, not within months. It will take years to rebuild Gaza. It will be complex economically and politically. What they're talking right now is to the necessary in terms of necessity of life. So we talk about bakery, we talk about basic food, we talk about hospital, just to restore basic things, to create the very minimal infrastructure for the people who are staying there. I don't think that there is still a big issue about whether Israel would allow even a small portion of those people who were pushed south to go back to their places, which in many cases do not exist anymore in the north of Gaza.
Right, absolutely. Just a final question there, Dr. Cohen. Reports are also saying that Hamas has softened its position ahead of an agreement on the first phase of a deal. But the big question is, when will all the hostages be released? Will we see an end to this war soon?
I hope so. It's difficult to say. On this issue, I think the decision to go into a partial deal right now with the hope that in the phase between, when it's over, you will negotiate for a larger deal, creating a new condition. That's the hope. Both sides have a base that makes it more difficult. The Israeli government can fall under certain conditions. So it's for now, it's very, very difficult to predict. I would not even dare to try to give a sense whether. I hope it can be lengthened, but it's very difficult to say for sure.
Right, Dr. Cohen, thank you so much for all your analysis, and thanks for joining us on WION at this hour.
My pleasure. Thank you.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.